Chegou a hora da nossa entrevista com Randall, que é especialista de soluções da Esri no segmento de Telecom. Vamos tratar aqui das mudanças recentes no segmento, vamos destacar algumas tendências tecnológicas, tendências no uso do GIS, que eu tenho certeza que serão valiosas para o nosso público aqui no país. Contamos no estúdio, mais uma vez aqui com a presença do Vilela, que possui um pouquinho de experiência no segmento de telecom, né, Vilela? Conta pra gente.
Nada, que é isso. Obrigado aí, Felipe, mais uma vez. O mercado telecom, enfim, você conhece o meu histórico, eu vim desse mercado, eu iniciei a minha carreira no mercado telecom, então é uma indústria pela qual eu tenho, obviamente, muita proximidade e especialmente muito carinho. Ela é uma operação, é uma indústria 100% geográfica. Então, a inteligência de localização, ela realmente é fundamental para todos os serviços de comunicação, seja móvel, fixo, residencial, banda larga, wireless, móvel, enfim. Ele oferece um sistema de registro, de cadastro, como a gente chama aqui no Brasil, um sistema de engajamento e um sistema de análise que potencializa o poder da inteligência de localização para apoiar diretamente, seja em planejamento, seja para o pessoal da engenharia, seja na operação de campo, seja na manutenção de redes, no atendimento ao cliente, pessoal de vendas, marketing e também de TI. Então, o sistema ArcGIS, ou melhor, com o sistema ArcGIS, o setor de telecom terá o suporte para a rede da próxima geração de suas organizações e vai poder transformar digitalmente os seus negócios. Conforme a gente, Felipe, viu ontem nas apresentações de elétricas e de águas, em telecom temos algumas áreas-chave onde o GIS, o SIG, é crítico. Eu vou destacar algumas delas que considero importantes, mas, enfim, existem muito mais possibilidades. A primeira que eu quero destacar é para as operações de campo. Então, a gente tem funcionários operando remotamente, a gente tem técnicos de campo, empresas subcontratadas, que estão constantemente trabalhando na construção de rede, ajudando os clientes, fazendo manutenção, expandindo rede, monitorando, enfim, uma série de atividades que desempenham no campo. Então, usar o poder da localização para otimizar as operações de rede, facilitar atualizações quase em tempo real ou em tempo real entre o campo e o escritório, manter os clientes e funcionários seguros e informados, é uma das possibilidades ou de benefícios que o GIS consegue nos oferecer. Bom, o segundo ponto que eu quero destacar é o da análise ou de analytics, e pelo motivo de que as empresas de telecom, enfim, tradicionalmente, elas têm muitos clientes, são milhões de clientes gerando dados por minuto, por segundo, por hora. São milhões de quilômetros de rede sendo monitorado em tempo real, então é realmente uma infinidade de dados que é gerada aqui no mercado de telecom. E por que eu estou falando tudo isso? Trazendo o ArcGIS para o seu portfólio analítico vai realmente poder trazer o diferencial da análise no que diz respeito à localização. O próximo ponto que eu quero destacar é do planejamento da rede. Então, as empresas de telecom, hoje, elas são, enfim, já são convergentes há um tempo em que tem a rede móvel, a rede fixa de fibra, de cobre, agora o planejamento de uma nova rede 5G. Então, tudo isso tem uma variável em comum que é muito importante, que é a localização. Então, aqui, o nosso sistema ArcGIS com certeza pode e vai contribuir muito para o planejamento e a operação de rede. O quarto ponto que eu quero destacar são os serviços de localização. Então, as empresas de telecom, elas estão aprimorando os serviços que oferecem para atender a demanda dos clientes e ganhar, obviamente, novos mercados e casos de uso. Com o surgimento do IoT e dispositivos inteligentes, está transformando as necessidades de conexão de consumidores, empresas e organizações governamentais. Então, o ArcGIS traz recursos de mapeamento e localização, por exemplo, as ofertas de realidade estendida, aprimora os fluxos de trabalho de aquisição de dados, por exemplo, vindos do 3D, vindos de drones, e impulsiona iniciativas inteligentes, como cidades inteligentes e para os serviços de utilities. Então, o último ponto que eu quero destacar, antes de iniciar a conversa com o Randall, é o tópico da transformação digital. Então, à medida que as redes evoluem para atender o aumento e a demanda dos clientes, as empresas de telecomunicações devem transformar digitalmente a maneira como administram os seus negócios para permanecerem competitivas. Fluxos de trabalho e processos que atendiam às necessidades anos atrás, muitas vezes não podem ser dimensionados para atender agora a demanda. É por isso que empresas de telecom escolhem o ArcGIS para substituir os formulários em papel, por aplicativos e apps conectadas, serviços digitais, fluxos de trabalho baseados em web para facilitar a troca de informação em tempo real. Então, com isto, Felipe, vamos começar o bate-papo?
Excelente. Vamos sim, Vilela. Obrigado aí pela introdução mais uma vez. Vou dar início aqui à nossa entrevista. Randall, seja muito bem-vindo. É uma honra ter você aqui em nosso evento. Conta pra gente, na sua opinião, quais são os principais desafios que as empresas do setor de telecom estão enfrentando?
Thank you, Felipe. I'm happy to answer your question. What are the major challenges organizations are facing in the telecom industry? Throughout the world, communications organizations are working to solve a wide variety of challenges. For many years now, organizations have been working to build scalable and flexible networks and doing what they can to streamline operations by reducing technical debt in their workflows. However, over the past year, global events have introduced some new challenges for businesses to address. For instance, the challenges associated with the rapid shift of our lives from the commercial locations to our homes was a large one for many to solve. Whether it was work, school, entertainment, shopping, or one of many other areas of our lives, broadband connections are needed to sustain them. This shift quickly highlighted the need for expansion and development of broadband networks deeper into our communities, as many areas were traditionally left underserved due to the cost to construct to them. In order to help build better communities and connect them to what's important to their lives, many countries and regions began offering some sort of financial funding to help organizations build equitably to areas previously left unserved. With these funding opportunities came requirements for improved transparency of operations, both to consumers and governments alike. Citizens needed to know if they were going to get service and when, and government funding sources needed detailed project status, documentation, and reporting of how these funds were allocated. These are just a few of the many challenges organizations face throughout the industry as they manage and operate their networks.
Perfeito, Randall. Então, fala pra gente como é que o Siga, como é que o GIS está ajudando o segmento telecom agora no planejamento e projetos das redes 5G.
Thank you, Antonio. Your question was, how does GIS aid telecoms in planning and designing 5G networks? Well, when I look back at my career in telecom, we leveraged GIS throughout our entire organization as a comprehensive foundation. ArcGIS is a comprehensive ecosystem consisting of a system of record, integrating your records, information models, and data sources, with a system of insight, providing modeling through machine learning and AI with powerful visualization and analytics tools, and a system of engagement allowing for pervasive real-time information access and enterprise collaboration. I spent over 10 years of my career leveraging ArcGIS to provide a wide variety of resources to teams so that they can leverage them for situational awareness and decision-making. Simply put, ArcGIS provides the capability for real-time access to critical information teams need for intelligent decision-making, while also allowing for quick and effective collaboration and communication across all levels of your organization. Now let's take a look at a pretty common telecom workflow, covering from strategy and planning to fulfillment and assurance. We'll talk about a few examples along the way where ArcGIS can aid your organization in completing these tasks in each phase. During the strategy and planning phase, teams are focused on the where, when, what, and even how to build a site. ArcGIS can provide powerful insight to teams when addressing questions such as, where's the greatest customer demand, and when will we need to segment or upgrade the service area in the future, and is this even the right location and should we build here? During the design and engineering phases, ArcGIS supports teams focused on creating the best possible network, not only allowing for current service demands, but also providing agility for network expansion efforts as customer demands change. Teams can better estimate and forecast build activities, create new designs based on existing infrastructure, model aspects like coverage patterns, identify permit needs, and even visualize potential roadblocks to implementation. During the build and management phase, ArcGIS provides teams a capability to analyze costs and provide real-time status and permitting state of all construction projects throughout their organizations. Teams can collaborate with marketing on upcoming service areas and provide timelines to sales teams on these new opportunities in real time. During the fulfillment phase, ArcGIS and field mobile applications provide field teams the critical information they need to get the job done quickly and self-sufficiently. For instance, construction and fulfillment teams can perform real-time network as-built updates from the field, delivering them to your service or record, providing improved decision-making capabilities to your planning, design, and engineering teams. Lastly, during the assurance phase, with ArcGIS, teams utilize a wide variety of applications, such as dashboards and web apps, to easily monitor and share important information throughout your organization in real time. ArcGIS is a comprehensive GIS and provides an authoritative foundation for your entire organization throughout all phases of telecommunications, network operations, and management.
Excelente, Randall. Bom, um termo muito em alta agora é o Digital Twin, ou um gêmeo digital. Como isso está, de fato, ajudando as empresas de telecomunicações?
Thank you, Felipe. I'm happy to answer your question, what is a digital twin, and how does it help a telecom organization? Well, simply put, digital twins are virtual representations of the real world, including their physical objects, processes, relationships, and their behaviors. GIS creates digital twins out of the natural and built environment and uniquely integrates many types of digital models. With GIS being capable of integrating every type and format of data, creating ready-to-use services, you can quickly begin to build your digital twin. Telecoms can start with integrating the large volume of information they already have. It's contained in customer databases or network infrastructure assets such as design maps, fiber optic splice records, critical asset locations or building codes, capacity metrics, and coverage areas. These assets and informations might be unstructured or tabular data, landscape features like vegetation, real-time weather, or terrain reports. It's CAD and building information models providing facilities locations, their size, their window placements, details like floor plans. It's also the integration of real-time IoT and status monitoring devices, or 3D and 4D datasets such as drone imagery, topology, LiDAR, reality capture, or point clouds. So, creating a digital twin is compiling all of these features, models, and datasets into GIS and creating geospatial infrastructure that you can then use to analyze, model, predict, or share information effectively. Now that we have a bit of information about what a digital twin is and what it takes to create one, my colleague Patrick has a great demo showing how a digital twin can be used for insight into scoping a network build. Patrick, take it away.
For this demonstration, I wanted to highlight and showcase a digital twin viewer application that is geared towards executives and management teams who are looking for that single pane of glass into their business. Here in this application, we can easily see our entire network footprint within our main map view. And in this application, we have different report layers that we can toggle on and off to get us a better sense of what is going on in our business. Here's a sales report layer that gives us a breakdown of the number of opportunities we have within this area and our total potential revenue. On the right-hand side, we've got charts and summaries that allow us to see a breakdown of the top performing areas for sales revenue. Selecting each of these areas highlights and filters them within our interactive map view. Now we've got report layers for our churn, as well as our NPS score, and outages that may be going on within our network. Now, not only do we have these executive report layers, but we can get summaries of our network, like our total subscribers, total length of fiber plant, and the total number of wireless 5G sites within our entire footprint. Now, along with focusing on this top level view, we can dive into a specific market or region, like our Orlando market. As soon as we get in close to the Orlando market, we start to see some of our network assets, like our fiber routes, as well as our central office and wireless site locations. And we can see that the charts and summaries on the right-hand side are updating based on what we see within our map. Now let's jump in closer to the downtown Orlando area. Here's where we start to see our 3D reality capture view of our digital twin. Not only do we have our 3D view, but we can bring up a 2D map and have these two views side by side. Now, these 3D buildings aren't just a pretty picture, but we can interact with these 3D objects. Selecting on this building highlights it on our 2D map and brings up additional information about this building, like the address, the total number of businesses within this building, how many employees those businesses have, and information on how much those businesses are spending on communication services today. If we want a further breakdown of the businesses within this building, we can see that in a tabular view. Here are all of those businesses within this one building. The total employees, how much they're spending on communication services, as well as additional information. Now, we've got this information for all of the buildings within the Orlando area, and we can select on another building and see additional information about that location. Not only do we have our business prospect and customer information in this viewer, but we've got our network and asset information. Here is a wireless 5G site that's going up, and we can see all of that attribute information on that particular asset. Now, this digital twin viewer allows us to bring in your business data, but also Esri demographic data. Here is a layer for population, and selecting on the census block then shows us the total population in this area. And on the right-hand side, we've got charts and summaries that also give us a breakdown of this information. Along with the demographic data, we can pull in other layers like this 477 layer that gives us a sense of what the broadband availability is in this particular area, as well as provides us with competitive intelligence on other broadband providers within this area. And we've also configured charts and summaries to show us this information as well. The average number of service providers and that upload and download speed within this area. So in this demonstration, we have showcased this digital twin viewer for executive and management teams to have that single pane of glass, allowing them to get their executive reports and then drill down into different markets to see additional asset information and business prospect and sales information all within a single holistic view.
Thank you, Patrick. That was really incredible to see that volume of information and details available in a single application in one view. It showed how integrated digital twins are about interconnecting content, behaviors, and workflows. It showed how it provides for efficiencies, collaborations, and potentials for lowering risk. And that it's also not static in nature, that it's agile and flexible so as to evolve with the needs of your organization, your employees, and your customers.
Perfeito, Randall. Minha pergunta agora é relativa à operação de campo. Então, como é que as apps de campo estão apoiando as empresas de telecom no gerenciamento das operações de campo?
Well, ArcGIS delivers an assortment of desktop and field mobile applications for use. They're designed to streamline and simplify the coordination and communication of information between office and field staff. Whether the teams are planning and coordinating work, or they're navigating to or tracking daily activities, or simply referencing or capturing data, the variety of applications available provide flexibility and versatility to teams across the entire organization. I think the best way for us to talk about how field apps support telecoms is with an example. Let's imagine we need more information before building a potential new cell tower site. So before moving forward with the planning and engineering, permitting, or construction of the location, we can leverage Workforce to create and issue a job to a field technician to complete a survey. This job is complete with the proposed design, due date, and any other key data they need to complete their task. The fielder can then use Navigator for directions to the site, and while en route, the office staff can monitor the tech's progress and location with Tracker. Once on site, the fielder can then use a variety of apps to reference information or maps so they can gain awareness, and then gather the desired location data or information and provide it to the office staff in real time. A key point to remember is this. The same information is visible and available for use across all operations in real time. And by leveraging pervasive access, users across your organization can only reference services and information based on their access and role. This provides a high level of information security. I think this would be a great time to bring back Patrick and show a demo highlighting the combination of desktop and field mobile apps and how they aid telecom teams in operations management. Patrick?
Let's spend a few minutes exploring how a comprehensive geospatial system, ArcGIS, with built-in business rules can enable pervasive network access for your organization. And we'll start here, a web GIS portal that provides users with access to network maps, apps, and the tools they require to perform their day-to-day tasks. Right away, we can see that the system knows who I am based on my logged-in identity. And this identity grants you access to views of the network, is used to track edits made to the network, and provides you with access to pre-configured maps and apps, just like this communications viewer application. Through this app, I can see all of our physical networks in one location, easily search for an asset, and pull up details on assets. And this also includes when the network record was created or last updated, and who created or updated this record. As a user of this portal, I also have access to this inventory dashboard, which provides summaries on lengths of cable or fiber strand availability, as well as the total number of POPs or points of presence and structures that we are managing within our network. Another app that I've been granted access to is this NOC dashboard that offers insight into current operations and network outages. So let's run through a quick scenario. A large storm event, like a hurricane, has rolled through our service area, causing numerous service outages, damages to our physical network, and caused customers to call in complaining or tweet about no internet or TV service. Now, responding to events like this requires a coordinated response from many departments, all viewing that single source of network truth to ensure limited downtime and happy customers. Customer service teams require access to real-time outage maps that are updated based on that time to restoration. Executive teams need high-level reports and dashboards that can help them answer outage questions that may be coming from local, state, or national government officials. And operations teams need web and mobile apps to coordinate field assessments or repairs of the network. For example, a mobile field survey for damage assessment. And let's go ahead and jump to our tablet to perform a damage assessment as a field technician. Opening up the ArcGIS Mobile Field Maps app will once again notice that we are already logged into the system, but this time as a field technician, Tyler West, and not as myself, which I was previously logged in as. Opening up the Communications Mobile Map Book provides me with access to our physical network information while I'm in the field. And while in the field, I notice some issues with a distribution cable. And I want to report some damage to this cable. So this then pulls up a smart form, which has already been populated with the asset ID of that cable, and then allows me to intuitively fill out the rest of our damage assessment. I also have the ability to attach photos of the damages and even sketch up right on top of the photo. And lastly, since I'm not currently located in Florida, I need to update the location of the damaged asset on our map. And once this report has been submitted, it's instantly available for operations teams in the back office to view. And it's available to see on our NOC dashboard. So back to our NOC dashboard, there is a chart showing us the breakdown of damaged assets versus hazards reported from the field. And under the Damaged Assets tab is a list of recently reported damages, including the one that we just collected. This damage report not only has all of that survey information and the photos that we've collected, but it shows when the report was taken and by whom. So no longer does critical network information need to be siloed from the organization or require specialized apps to access. The configurable business rules and built-in identity and security of ArcGIS, coupled with the services architecture of a comprehensive geospatial system, means that you can now provide pervasive network access to your organization through easy-to-use web and mobile apps, just like those that we've seen here today.
Bom, conta pra gente como o sistema ArcGIS suporta a nova geração de gestão de rede nas empresas de telecom.
That's a great question, Felipe. Thank you. Well, we just watched a great demo from Patrick that touches on this very question. In it, we watched field mobile applications leverage design and engineering data from design system of record to create powerful field mobile tools. Looking back at my experience, most of my 20 years was spent referencing design and fiber records. So when I think of a system of record, one aspect that really comes to mind are the accuracy of network designs. Throughout my career, the accuracy of design and engineering records maintained between field and office staff often differed. The part that was missing was a definitive resource like ArcGIS providing streamlined workflows, allowing for field operations teams to easily submit in real time those updates. Next-gen network management in ArcGIS is leveraging the underpinning communications data management model purposely built for telecom in utility network. This product allows for advanced network modeling, enhanced visualization, and embedded analytics. And pervasive access provides role-based user identity and access, configurable mapping portals and apps, web service-based architecture, and much more. This provides telecoms a flexible and scalable foundation for meeting the challenges of planning, designing, and delivering today's next-gen networks.
Sensacional, Randall. É sempre uma aula poder conversar contigo. A minha última pergunta é como é que o ArcGIS pode ajudar as equipes a estarem preparadas para as necessidades futuras dos nossos clientes?
Thank you, Antonio. That's a great question. The question is, how can ArcGIS help teams better prepare for the future needs of their customers? When leveraging ArcGIS as a foundation for operations, teams have the greatest opportunity to gain understanding before taking action. Now, historically, much of what has been done in telecommunications has been reactive in nature. For instance, teams would receive a new development or sales opportunity, then work to assess what it would take to provide services. However, by using GIS, telecom organizations can gain powerful insight into future network demands and consumer growth and change their operations from reactive in nature to predictive and proactive. So far, I've presented quite a bit of information about the integration of data and information into ArcGIS and how to create a digital twin. But remember, it's not just about digitizing a network, it's about creating relationships and streamlining workflows. These powerful relationships and improved workflows that empower your teams to make the best possible decisions for current and future needs of your networks. Through the combining of data via capture and integration, you create a foundation for intelligent decision-making. By tying existing data and records such as network designs and capacity data with region demographics and population growth information models, then environmental imagery, your teams gain the situational awareness they need to better assess your current network and look at the needs of tomorrow. With all this data now in ArcGIS, you can dynamically visualize and display current status of network information, enhancing real-time awareness and decision-making capabilities. Dashboards and web apps can be created, visualizing key aspects such as network status, capacity and utilization, and current quality of service in coverage areas. Taking it a step further, you can proactively forecast and prepare for future network growth demands of consumers by leveraging ArcGIS to analyze, predict, and gain insight. You can leverage AI and machine learning to perform forecast modeling, review simulations and scenarios, and leverage advanced analytics to allow your team to model network impacts of environmental features like buildings, landscape, and population growth. Lastly, ArcGIS provides the ideal ecosystem for sharing and collaboration by engaging the entire organization and your customers. Telecoms can leverage information transparency through pervasive access to online portals, providing story maps and experiences to align teams, educate and inform customers, and ensure clear, concise, and inclusive communication practices. As I mentioned previously, ArcGIS empowers telecommunications companies to create a culture where understanding precedes action and intelligent decision-making is possible throughout your entire organization.
Excelente, excelente resposta, Randall. Muito obrigado. Aí nós agradecemos aqui mais uma vez a sua participação, sua presença na entrevista, não é não, Vilela?
Não, foi demais, foi uma aula. Muito obrigado, Randall, pelo seu tempo. Pessoal, espero que tenham gostado. A gente vai continuar aí para, enfim, estar à disposição para ajudar e espero que aproveitem o resto do evento. Obrigado.
Obrigado.